everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and I have a craft room series video for you guys today. It's been a couple months since I shared with you guys what's been going on in my craft room, and there have been quite a few changes. So I thought this morning I would do a quick video and share with you guys, and then I am also getting ready to deal with these walls. We finally found a really great option to put something over the plywood, and so we're going to do that, and we're going to do painting probably all next month. So that's April. So I'll try to share at the end of April if that happens. So the other thing is it's kind of cloudy here. The clouds are rolling in and rolling out, and my lighting is a little weird, and my whole family is home today, so it might be a little bit noisy. So the first thing that has changed is this right here. Now, before, you remember I had these cubes that are now up here. I had those 3 cubes. I had them down here, okay? So the reason this changed is 2 things. The first thing that happened was the blendabilities. We discontinued them, and so I just didn't feel like I needed this storage. It's very specific storage, so I didn't feel like I really needed that storage down here. And one of the reasons that I wanted these shelves here, these are the mini cube organizers from Closet Mate. One of the reasons I wanted them there is because I wanted all my stamp sets to be there. And with those cubes, I was not able to get all of my stamp sets onto these cubes. So I still am not able to get all of my stamp sets on here, but things change out so often that I'm okay with it, and I'll show you what I mean. So here, up here, the first 2 shelves, these are all my current catalog stamps. So they're my image stamps. So this right here is background stamps, and then letter stamps, and then it just starts alphabetically, and it goes all the way through. And those are just our current stamp sets from the annual catalog, the occasions catalog, and then photopolymer stamp sets that have been released, and they're in alphabetical order. So the next you have my stamp pads, and I recently rearranged my stamp pads. Instead of going by color, I now go by the color family of Stampin' Up. And I just, for a long time I did it by color, but I don't know, my brain kind of switched. And so I just have brights, subtles, regals, in colors, and then neutrals, and then I have a few right there that are retired that I still really love, and then I have my specialty, like I have a couple color box, and then my metallic and my Versamark. So true honest moment, I really want to get the distress inks. So I have really just put my head in the sand when it came to other ink pads, because I just thought, I mean, how am I going to use all these different ink pads? I mean, there's a ton of them. Color box, I love the color box inks. I've been loving watching the distress ink, some of the things you can do with them. And so I kind of have just been ignoring them, but I really am thinking I want to get distress inks. So then down below are all my sentiments. These are all sentiments all the way to here. And then these are all of our Project Life sets. Okay. So I was going to put my stamp pads down below and then all my stamps together, but I didn't like my stamp pads below. I really like them right there. I like being able to look up at them and see the colors. It helps me when I'm creating. So then over here are all my Lawn Fawn stamp sets and matching dies. And I'm going to be going over in a future video how I organize my Lawn Fawn stamps and their dies, but those fit now over there. So the only thing I don't have over there are my celebration stamp sets, which are right here, but those retire after 3 months, and so I usually just take them off my shelf and put them in a bin to sell later or give away later, or I don't keep them around. So that's the other thing you guys have to understand with my stamp sets. I really get rid of them. So once they retire, unless I really love it, I get rid of it. And the ones I really love go up here. And these right here are my Christmas stamp sets. And then these are just other retired sets that I really love. Otherwise, I get rid of them. And I think that probably what will happen is all of these shelves right here will end up having stamp sets eventually as the years go on, and that continues to happen. I really try to get rid of them as I go. So I just could never get to using all of them. That's the bottom line. So that changed pretty majorly over the last couple weeks. I did that. And then I love these cubes and I bought these cubes, but I really struggled on where to put them. So I went ahead and settled with putting them up here. I still have blendabilities up there. Eventually, those I'll end up getting rid of all those, or they'll dry up or whatever, so I'll have space. And those are my writer markers, Stampin' Up! Writer markers. And then this is just our small stacks. And then in this drawer, I now have wood mount stamps. And then these two have blendabilities, these have blendabilities, and then those are Sharpie. I love pens, so I do have a ton of Sharpies, and I've thought about putting Sharpies in those little cubbies or something. I'm not really sure, but I stuck them up there, and so far they're working. So I just had to change a few things around. I stuck my textured embossing little machine right up top there. And then part of the reason that I've wanted my stamp sets over here and not lined up here is because I use this area for projects. Like this is a scrapbook page I'm making. This is product for a customer. This is stuff I'm doing. This is project life stuff I'm doing. I really like being able to put stuff up top there that I'm working on. So that was one of the reasons that I really wanted to get stuff off there, and it's worked out fine. So then over here, nothing has changed on these shelves other than just my celebration stamp sets are there. Everything else is the same. My punches are there. Over here is just work stuff. It's cards and stuff. And then this is my area to work. And that nothing has changed there either. It still is all the same. My planner and my notebooks go there. Everything is the same. So I did change over here. I changed my printer around, and that is because the big change that happened in this room is I did get this cabinet. So originally I had talked about wanting a built-in for this area, and I still do want a built-in just because if you look up top, that doesn't look pretty. And I don't know how to make it any different. I mean, it's just stuff that has to be in here. But this cabinet I got at Lowe's. It was $199. It's the Estate cabinet. I'll have it linked on my website. You can get to my website by just clicking right up top on this video, and it'll take you over to my website and you can see all the product. So the reason that I love these cabinets is because they fit my albums perfectly. So they are, it's wide in it. What's that word? It's not high, but it's the depth of it is a good depth. So my scrapbooks and my project life stuff fits here. I'm not thrilled with it because my albums are heavy, and I feel like this is already starting to maybe bow a little bit. I don't know, it makes me a little nervous because it's a lot of weight. So those are all current albums that I'm working on. And then over here are just extra page protectors. That's all that is. Even that red album is extra page protectors. So I loved the size of it. And then down there is those are my Cricut cartridges. And they're just in these drawers. And they're in little plastic bags that have the name on them. And then they pull up. And then I've gotten several cartridges over the last couple months that I just need to file in there and then put my cord and stuff there. So my Cricut stuff is still, I can access it really easy, so that's great. So then down below, and you can see I still have some storage in here. So then down below are just my white crates that hold photos, project life stuff. And then nothing. And then down below are my clear crates, which this is the part that this is why I really want a built-in, because I would really love these to be all the way across, just like that up on their side. And it just I wasn't able to do that with the configuration of the shelves. Like I didn't have enough shelves, and just the way, you know, when it's furniture that's pre-laid out, it's hard to customize it exactly. So I just did the best I could, and it works. And then over here are my crates with, this is all old Stampin' Up, or not Stampin' Up, but old pattern paper. Some of it's Stampin' Up, but it's old paper. And then that down there is just storage. And then here is office stuff. So it's my tax stuff, business cards, stuff that I access all the time. And then this is just photos. It's just a little cubby. So that is the cabinet. It went together really easy. And then I have some storage up top. And again, it's ugly storage, but there's just nothing I can do. I would love if that was somehow covered. Like if there was another cabinet or doors or something that went all the way up. So eventually I still think that I would like something custom built there that I could design, but right now it's totally fine. So I still have my ironing board in here and there's a bunch of stuff stored under there, but I am planning on getting a table to go right here. And then there's plans for this area now, but I just have the ironing board so that I can continue to work. And then over here, I've pushed my cubes all the way against the stairs and that's worked fine. It's given us a little bit more room in this corner for the door to open that opens out to where our trash cans are. And then I was also able to store my metal chairs and stuff back there. I did do a little bit, I organized up here a little bit and put some stuff in the cabinet. It's not perfect, but it kind of just is what it is right now. There's just some things that I really don't have anywhere else to put, so I've had to put it there. And then I painted my chicken wire frame black. So I did that with the black chalkboard paint. And this is now going to be our family, like, what's it called? Like command center kind of thing. I have some stuff I need to purchase to make this situation better. This is where our mail goes and bills and stuff like that. And I want it to be different. And then up here, I now have school stuff and coupons and stuff clipped up there. And I just realized that as pretty as the cards are, displaying the cards, first of all, I had Christmas cards all the way through February up there because I never got around to changing them out. So it just doesn't work. I mean, it's pretty, but it's just not functional. So we're now using that for our family. And because our house is really small, I don't have a lot of other places to put things. And so I'm trying to make things as functional as possible, but still keep them pretty. So that's what is going to go there. So the only other thing that changed is I went ahead and had my husband put the shelf up there that used to be on the other wall. And now that's just extra storage basically. And then this changed up here. I had to move some things that were here over there. And then I do have another one of these lights that is, I want it to go right here. So we'll see. So our next big situation in this room is to get the ceiling painted. That'll be really easy. Touch up the paint on this wall because up top it's not perfect. And then we found a solution for the walls and we're going to do that. And then I'm thinking that I will do this dark blue, this Bermuda Bay color over on this wall where my window is over here. And then the shelves and stuff will change a little bit. That's still going to be the same design for them, 2 in 1. Or I might pick up another shelf and do 4 just for storage on that wall, but everything will be centered better because now that I have my bookshelves down here, I can center all this stuff on this wall and it'll look much better. So I was glad that I tried it up there so I could see how it looked and how I wanted it. And so now I'm really sure how I want it. So everything is still the same on my shelf except for I just have my Cricut over there now. It's not up on that shelf, but basically everything's the same over there. And I have my little mail spot where I mail things and then my retired stamp sets and some embellishments and stuff. So that's what that wall will eventually be. So this next month is when we're planning on getting all the walls done and then also the ceiling done. So hopefully that will happen. And then probably this shelf I'm going to paint. Let me get over here where you can see it. This shelf right here, I'm going to paint black. It's green right now, and it has underneath, there you go, you can see it now. It's green right now, but I'll paint it black. And then it has all of my badges and pens and stuff from Stampin' Up. So my goal is to have like the shelves black instead of green, black, so that the bottom of my chairs don't have to be painted. And then I have blue pillows that I'm going to get for the bottom part of them, and then that way I don't have to paint the chairs white. So that is what's going on in my craft room. Hopefully I will be showing you guys the finished walls and stuff next month, and then hopefully it'll be done. Like, that'll be it. I mean, other than things moving around and changing a little bit because I get new things or, you know, that kind of thing, it's pretty much done. So it's been a year, and I'm finally feeling, it was a year ago this month that we started the remodel of this room completely. So I'm feeling really good about where it's at and finally being settled in it. So thanks guys so much for hanging out with me, checking out my craft room. I love sharing with you guys, and I love all your suggestions when you guys help me figure out how to organize things and where to put things. I love it. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day.